ghosts of Tempe, they leave their hands everywhere and their feet. You see mine now, tomorrow you won't. I'm just going to do a little video. It's a Saturday. While I was homeless, I took a beat down from an ex. He strangled me. He took all my hair out, the back of my head. And while he was punching my face, breaking it all apart, I used my hands to protect myself. Today, I decided to go to the ER because I damaged whatever he had done in 2017, a couple of months ago, and it feels like a shatter of the wrist. I'm assuming because it sure doesn't feel like a sprain. And I don't go to the doctor anymore because they are rude as fuck to me since I told them I was homeless. I decided to go to the ER today to get it looked at because it's been 2 months and it's not getting better. And if it's a break, I need it to be healed properly. They took x-rays, and I went to a hospital I normally don't go to because people die there in the actual waiting room. I went to Old Tempe St. Luke's. I already know of an AIDS patient that died in the waiting room. There was a 6-year-old girl that died of an appendicitis. But to me, they're a step up urgent care with a way to take x-rays. So I went. The lady that intaked me, did my blood pressure, was rude AF. And because of my brain issues, I've got a hole in my brain from where they did a removal of a brain tumor, but they couldn't remove it all the way because it encapsulated a major vein in my head. So it's still there and it still grows. Anyway, I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, I told them after this lady was rude to me taking my blood pressure because she told me I was taking drugs because I smoke medical marijuana for the pain I'm in for my disability. And I told her, I don't take any medications. I was on fentanyl, Soma, Percocet, and they wanted to put me on fentanyl. And I was like, fuck all that. I'll smoke pot the rest of my life if I have to. So I cold turkeyed myself off of all of that stuff. And I started smoking medical marijuana. I told her this straight up when she started asking about medications. And then she's repeating, well, what medications are you taking? And I was just like, so when she brought me back to the room, she started again saying stuff that she's repeated some stuff that was not accurate to me. And so I told her, I'm like, look, you're really rude. You made me feel like a drug addict, like I was doing street drugs, and I haven't even gotten back into the room yet. So when the doctor came in, I let him know he was a PA. I told him he was a personal assistant. Anyway, it was a joke. We laughed about it. I said, don't worry, I know you're the one that administers CPR. It sure isn't the doctor. I'm like, I know how valuable you are. I was just making a joke. He seemed fine with that. I told him what was going on. I told him that 2 weeks ago I bought this brace because I had been putting a compression bandage on it. But I felt like I might be screwing something up. So I took the compression bandage off. I wore that for a month. I took it off and I went and bought this black brace at Fry's at the beginning of the month. I'm on a limited income. I'm on disability, Social Security disability. Anyway, I went and got this brace, but it's still not helping, and it doesn't give my hand enough structure to where if I go to pull my pants up, my fingers aren't being pulled backwards and stretching out between my thumb and my fingers. Oh, and I just bought this compression bandage at Fry's as I was leaving the hospital. He brought in this. So here's what happened. I told him everything that was going on, and all of a sudden, about an hour later, which isn't all of a sudden, but in ER stays, it's pretty damn fast, I get a message telling me I'm discharged, and the doctor hasn't even come in to tell me if the x-ray said my hand was broken or not. And so then a nurse came in and sat on my bed and said, I'm here to put your brace on. And I'm like, for what? I don't even know what's going on. And I'm starting to cry. The guy comes back in, Mr. Aaron, comes back in, and he's like, oh, you don't have a break. We're going to put a brace on. I'm like, but you've already discharged me. Oh, I was trying to get you out early. I'm like, I obviously said I was willing to pay to come here. So why are you trying to pop me out? And I haven't even seen you yet to explain to me what has happened. So he brings this lady in with this brace. It's a one size fit all. It's got metal in it. It's grooving into my fingers. Does not fit me at all. I'm like, I need something. And not only that, it doesn't brace my thumb in this area that stretches out right here. I'm like, I need something so that area is not stretched. He said, well, we can put a fiberglass splint on it. And I'm like, okay. So the lady comes in to measure it, and she's like, how long do you want it? And I'm like, I'm not a doctor. How do I know how long it needs to be? The only thing I know is that it needs to go up to this part where my fingers start to move, where my knuckles are. I'm gonna light a cigarette. Sorry, I'm really stressed out. Anyway, they just couldn't do it. So she left. So I'm sitting on the bed waiting for the doctor to come back in, because he said he would order some Flexerol for the muscles that are now fucked up. And I'm already in fucking pain from my brain surgeries. It's what put me out on disability. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting. And now I start talking to myself like, this is insane. I've been insulted as a drug addict. Like, I didn't even tell them I was once homeless, because as soon as you do that, they start treating you like a drug seeker in every way. I passed out from my brain issues, from brain swelling all the time while I was on the streets. And I never had one MRI given to me, and was always given Narcan when they kicked me out the door. So I just don't even bother anymore. I'd rather die on my own terms than fuck around with people that don't listen. So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, this is just the dumbest shit I've ever been through. Like, I was upfront. I was cool, but I'm very straightforward and honest. I was talking just like this without the crackling frustration in my voice. And all of a sudden, security comes in to walk this bitch out the fucking front door, telling me I've been discharged, left without a brace and without my prescription, and feeling like a piece of shit for even fucking trying one more time. I haven't been to the doctor in years for stuff like this. I have teeth that pus in my head all the time because I cannot afford copays. And there is no place where I can go sit where I'm not paying and then maybe have to sit there for 3 days, but still pay with my teeth, and my body can't do that. My teeth don't rot out of my head. They literally crumble like glass out of my head. I have 4 teeth that are constantly abscessed, and I have to go relieve those on my own. Every day, every 5 days. Don't matter. Anyway, just going to put that out there into the universe, because the universe is really the only one listening. And don't think that I'm a wow, because I'm not. And don't tell me, man, you mask it well, like Miss Pat did. The one time I was like, what the fuck? Out of 40 years of knowing her, treated me like I was crazy as fuck. I'll never forget it. Anyway, I'm gonna smoke the cigarette. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna take a big dose of melatonin and knock my bitch ass out for the night. It really sucks in a world where you can't feel comfortable to take yourself out in suffering because you're dying anyway, but are treated like shit. And I even said to the security guard and the nurse that walked in my paperwork, after I'd already gotten an hour earlier my discharge on my phone before I even saw the doctor, if I had been SMI, what would you have done? Like, I already told them everything that they would need to know to work with me. I have a hole in my brain. My brain doesn't process well. When people treat me like shit, I'm the only one protecting myself. I don't have anybody doing that with me and for me. Just because I'm stern doesn't mean I'm crazy. What would you have done if I had been SMI? You would have triggered me right there, and you would have called the police, and then I would have been 5150'd. Like, you wouldn't even have Thorazine my ass and check me into a 5150 yourself. It is not okay that people are not heard, that are different. That doctor misrepresented everything that I said. He said, oh, that's what I was going to say. He said, oh, I thought you said that you'd been wearing this brace for 2 months. I said, no, it happened 2 months ago. I started out with a compress. I repeated this to him 3 times. And he's like, well, I only forgot that one little thing. This black bandage dictated how he was going to treat my hand, but forgot how long I was wearing it. Not listened at all. I'm going to suffer that bill. I don't qualify for anything. I'm just above the poverty line. Another reason I don't go to the doctor, because it takes food out of my mouth and out of my service dog's mouth. That was my last try.